The living legend has returned. It's been about a week since I shaved off my epic beard, and do not be deceived. I'm not growing my beard out. For me, my default when I'm not growing a beard is that I shave about once every week or two, and then I restart. I don't like shaving every day, but also if I'm gonna commit to a beard, I'm gonna commit to a beard, as I recently did. So do not be deceived by the stubble that you see, and you can clearly see all the white that I actually have that I was dyeing when I had my actual beard. So let's just sort of do a follow-up here. Now that the beard's gone, do I miss the beard? And my response is no. I loved having the beard. It was a great, I was about to say 2 months, but granted, I could only really say maybe a month because it took the first month to really get into the second month. So I love the beard. I think it's the best version of how I could physically look, which, well, then why not stay that way? Because I'm not caught up in my looks as far as thinking that's my identity. So, whether I look best with a number 1 or 0 guard buzz cut with a full beard, maybe so, but I don't want to be painted in that corner of having to look that certain way. And after I shaved the beard last week, I even told my coworkers, like, okay, just know that I'm never gonna look the same month to month. I'm gonna look different every month you know me, whether it's that my hair is short, long, medium, shaved off, whether I have a beard, whatever it is, I'm not gonna look the same. I'm always gonna be in some sort of transition, and I think ultimately it's psychologically because I am not connected to my looks in the way that maybe some of my viewers need to be. They need to see a version of me that reflects how they want to look as they're losing their hair or able to grow a beard, whatever it is. They cast their vision upon me and want me to stay in that box, and I'm never going to stay in that box. We could say, well, what about when you finally can't grow any hair up here? Then you won't have much of a choice. You can either just be bearded or not. Okay, if and when that time comes, you got me there. There we go. But ultimately, what I can promise you is I'm not going to look the same from month to month. And let's face it, selfishly, that's part of what keeps people coming back to my channel. Constant character arc. YouTube is really applying that pressure for us to make more money now, and they're threatening to shut down our channels altogether if we're not making them enough money, which in turn makes us a cut. So I'm just trying, I want to be open and honest with you. I mean, that's what all of us are going through right now. We're getting those emails and seeing those changes. So we have to make sure of that. But ultimately the beard, let's talk more about that. Here's what I don't miss about the beard, is having hair over my lip. Now granted, I know I could have trimmed it, but for me that's not authentic. I wanted an authentic beard where it just grows. So I don't miss having hair cover up my whole lip. Other than that, I guess that's the main thing. I mean, that's the only thing that I'm kind of happy that I don't have a beard anymore because of that. Well, and ultimately, I mean, it made me look better. And it's funny because when I shaved off my beard the first time my son saw me, he was like, kind of acting like he was afraid of me. He didn't know, because it makes you look at yourself strangely, like, oh, that's what I look like without my beard. It was funny because I was thinking, am I going to look like I'm like 30 pounds heavier because I'll see my neck again? But I gotta admit, that wasn't so much a problem. I just look kind of generic now. So again, I'm going to be doing a 0 fade on the back as they grow the top out, and in theory by January, by 2020, we're going to start seeing a little bit more of what appears to be more of a hairstyle instead of a post hairstyle. So it's like, here's the stubs that are left over after I've got rid of my hair and my beard. It's similar in length, more so than before. So the beard, do I miss it? I don't miss it. I appreciated it, but I made the right decision at the right time. But it was funny though, when I did shave off the beard, I was like, I don't feel like being bald and just stubble. I don't want to do the Jason Statham thing. It works for him and it's worked for me in the past, but I just don't feel like my heart's kind of already moved on. I feel I really made the most of the beard because the hair was gone, and now that the beard's gone, I'm like, okay, let's go back to having hair again and try a shorter hairstyle, that sort of thing. So no regrets about shaving the beard, even though I admit it probably in theory is the best looking version of me. But that's okay, because Nick Shell's identity is not wrapped up in how he physically looks. And that's the true identity of Nick Shell. Your comments belong right here.